Hello. How is everybody? Hi. Hi, Grace. We are sans Ali today. She is hopefully having a great time with her family, camping and hunting in the wilds of the UK. I assume they have wilds there. They do that in. So yes, I have my friend Andrea. I'm sorry, Grace. Sorry.
Oh
I
no!
know.
Weird. I use a pen name.
I know. I know. These pen names get us every time. It's
You're
our
just getting
alter
me back for
egos.
our live.
I know. We did a live interview and well, there were two Kristens on the call. And it was like
Played it
trying
off.
to remember. Yes. Anyway, it's all good. Um, so we're here today and we're here on Saturday and we are gonna launch into some writing and we're gonna get some things done. I'm kind of excited. You tell me what you're excited about, then I'll tell me what you're excited about in your author business today. And everyone else in the chat, thank you for being here. And tell us what you're excited about in your author business. Then I'll tell you what I'm excited about. You go ahead. You go ahead, Allie, Grace.
Allie Grace. I'm the temporary Allie.
Yeah. If I call you Allie a few
Uh,
more times, just forgive me.
that's okay. I'll get over it. No. So I'm writing. So working on my next book/series, and so I'm really excited about that. And I'm noodling on a new project that we're doing together. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, and then of course our Secret Santa is like full steam ahead. So I've got like three things that I'm really excited about today, this week, this month.
Oh my
How about
gosh.
you?
There's some good things. Well, let me say hi to everyone, then I'll just report my exciting stuff. Let's see. Easy Graphics here. Thanks for being here. To be Jocelyn in line. I love it. Jocelyn, were you always the first in line in school too? I just have to know. Some people are like that. They just have to be on time and first. Easy saying hi to Jocelyn. Thanks for being here, y'all. She's doing well. Gwen's here. Finally finished the hand railing of her stairwell that she was working on her porch all summer. So that's good. Finished before fall. Oh, flat paint. Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's so much outside paint that's glossy for trim and stuff. Interesting, Gwen. I hope you don't have to redo the whole thing. That was quite the chore for you. So while my hands aren't really up to touch much, I'm gonna hang good. Well, hopefully you'll hang out, comment, keep us posted how things are going. Thanks for being here, y'all. So tell me what you're excited about in your author business, though, other than being excited for Gwen finishing her stairs. Tell us what you're excited in your author business. And I have to share also with Grace. Same thing. Grace and I decided to co-write a story for next year that's going in an anthology, and we're really excited. We're going to do something a little darker, bad boyish more than what we both write. So it's
Spicy.
gonna be a fun journey. So we're just starting to noodle about that. And then what else do we have going on? Oh, yes, the
New
Santa.
release.
Oh yeah, well that, yes, I was gonna bring that up. I have a new release. It's been an interesting week, but it finally got out there. It's called Write It Slow. It's just a little 2-hour short read. It's just over 30,000 words. And I love the cover. I love the couple. It was a story I wrote actually about a year ago, and I've used it as a reader magnet, but it was really brief. Like I skipped a lot of time, between the front and the end. So I went back and I wrote the middle. And it got a little messy, and I got some good feedback after I had thought it was finished. And I went back and quickly re edited it and wrote some more stuff. But I think it's okay now. And the final stories are up. I've gotten lots of excellent reviews. I use Booksprout for my review team. So those have come in and trickling in and all of that. And so that's been great. And yeah, it's been fun. It's fun. It's nice to put out a little read. And the reason I did this, I wanted something, well, I had kind of a hole with nothing coming out. So I thought, now that I'm going to get Write It Slow back, let me just go ahead and put it out there for a little 99-cent book that, readers can latch onto and just kind of, keep my algorithms going and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm glad I did it, but I do have a little tiny 3-book series I'm going to do around it. And because they're short, I'm planning to do paperback with all 3 together when all 3 are done. So, which will hopefully be by next spring. So that's what I did with that. A little something fun, a little palate cleanser from my other big billionaire series that I have. So that's happening. And then Santa. So I was going to say, I'm really excited because approached my beta team this past week. I'm noodling on, I know the ending and I've got everything plotted out through the middle, but it was just kind of, I could go this way or I could go this way. So I sent my first 9 chapters, essentially the first half of the book, to my beta reading team yesterday. And so they're excited to take a look at it and get their hooks in it. I'm excited to get their feedback. So that's kind of a nice pivotal point we're at. I have an extension on my editing date. I was like, editor, I'm sorry, but I'm still noodling. I'm going to get it together real quick once it comes together, but I have feedback coming from betas. Let me just, put you off. And she was fine, thankfully. So I love when everything falls into place, don't you?
That was a lot.
That was a lot. I know. That was all my excited. I'm always like, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's see what else is everyone doing. Did anyone else put what they're excited about?
Easy Graphics has a lot going on. A mini
I
freak
know.
out. So
A mini
yeah, that's a
freak out,
lot.
yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. He used what was the 100 covers for his
100 covers and got the cover.
Yeah, we've been back and forth on DMs about his covers, so I'm hoping he's, happy with what he's going with. He's going to do drafted digital. Yeah. All your own ISBNs, and he's from Canada. So you got your own ISBNs going. That's cool. Yeah, easy. It's not easy. Now, he reached out to me asking if I had done drafted digital, which I have not, or Ingram Spark, which I have not, because I've only been in Amazon. But I am going to. I'm planning to go wide, and so with more of my things, so wide and then KU and kind of put things in and out. So I will need to get into it eventually. But yeah, I don't know anything about it. If anyone else does, or do you know anything about Drafted Digital or Ingram Spark at all, Grace? Do you use them, or do you just go Amazon right now?
Right now, I've looked at both of those. I went wide very early on when I first released my first novel, but then I took it into Amazon and haven't really looked back yet. So I'm still pretty much an Amazon girl as well.
Yeah, it's such an easy training ground per se, because it can get overwhelming when you're brand new, putting up your first book, and you have 5 platforms to put things on, or if you decide to go
Yes.
draft or whatever you decide to do, it's just so much to learn. So I'm glad I went Amazon first, but there's always that part of you that are like, am I missing out on, more income if I had it wide?
Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't see anything else. But yeah, I think Easy Graphics, he wins for the most things to be accomplished with this week, besides Gwen finishing her railings, because that was a project
I
and a half,
know.
it sounded like.
I know. Glenn, you make me think now that the weather's turning, I have got the trim around my front door has probably needed to be done for like 5 years. I keep thinking every year when the weather finally turns nice for outdoor paint, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You can just come up to my house, Glenn, and do it. She lives down by me. I'll hire you, Glenn. Come up and do my things. Anyway, all right. So we head into our first sprint. We're going to do 320s. We'll chat in between. Does that sound good? Are you going to actually write?
Sounds
Or what are
great.
you doing? What are you doing? Are you writing? Is that your plan? Or are you doing productivity work?
I'm going to be writing and that I'm going to be listening to my local romance chapter has Tiffany Martin Yates, who's a majorly wonderful editor. And so I'm going to kind of keep a half an ear on her talking as well.
Yeah,
So I'm
me
totally
too.
multitasking.
Me too. I was going to say, I've also got like the HEA club is doing how to organize your writing life, which I'm like, I really probably desperately need. So I'm curious to see what they have. Okay. Well, let's do it, as Jocelyn Carter says. So let's head into our first 20. See you guys on the flip side.
Bye, all.
Pursued by a mysterious ship, Buttercup jumps overboard. They retriever just before the shrieking eels attack. We cut back to the little boy and the grandfather, and he's freaking out. So that
We are back. Even though the thing says we have 10 more seconds. Oh, great. Brittany Bell joined us. Hey, Brittany. Let me turn off the banners here. Okay. It's enough out of you typing. Okay. Well, hey, everyone. How'd that go? What'd you end up doing? How'd it go for you, Grace?
Let's see. I did get some writing done. 210
Nice.
words, which not
Good
bad
for
considering I was
you.
asking.
Yes. Good for you. I did not write, but I got promos booked, which I was in the middle of when we first started. I should have mentioned that. So it was productivity time now, and that's good. I got some promos for Write It Slow. I got some promos for Santa. So I'm just looking ahead to the fall schedule, see what I need to book out. So it was good. And I was listening to the organization thing. Nothing new yet. She did mention, I think, is it called Click It or something? It's kind of like a Monday thing, and she's right now talking about time blocking. She calls it time boxing, which I thought I'm going to take a photo of it. Okay. It's basically chunking your time for different tasks, which I always say I'm going to do, and I try to do it. And it's so hard for me, though, if I'm into some kind of task, to break one and say, oh, no, now I got to, my calendar says I have to do this, and I'm going to switch. I just don't have that ability to switch very well.
Well, and maybe, like you said, you're thinking about looking at certain days for things. So maybe it's not as easy for you to block hours, but maybe days. And so maybe that's a better, or maybe like bigger chunks of time. Because that's the thing. It's like when you're in the zone for writing, I'm like, God, that should win over everything. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
If you're in the zone, don't stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I do like that. I was talking about that the other day, that doing that, this is a writing day, and I do only writing, and maybe at the end of the day, check on a couple of, whatever's important things that have come across my desk. And then the next day is a marketing day, getting everything done. It's so hard to balance it all. It's crazy.
Definitely.
Let's see, Easy Graphics didn't do much, continuing to freak out. Stop it, Easy. Quit freaking.
I like Jocelyn's comment.
What did she say?
She's having a plantser moment, or because she's a pantser moment because she's a plantser. I changed one of my directions. I had a scene where my character is she's caught in a new environment and with like no clothes, and so they take her, and so I was like, how is she going to get some clothes to wear into the outside? And so I thought of a funny thing. So I changed my direction. So that was definitely a planter. It's like, no, this will be better. So I definitely had a change in my current writing direction.
And are you working on your fantasy one? Yeah.
Yeah. So my paranormal vampire.
Paranormal, yes.
Yeah. So she was going to go to like their gym and wear like gym clothes. And I wanted them to go, it's a fast. So I'm trying to get her to go right into the next action. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, what would be better for her to show up in like oversized gym wear to, interrogate this next supernatural being, or that they take her to this closet where their guests have like, and she's like, do you have hookers that like BDSM and sparkles as your guests? And I'd like, that's much better to put her in something like that.
How funny. Oh my gosh. That'll be fun. So your paranormal is going to have a little humor to it, slight bit of humor.
Yeah, even though it's dark. I mean,
It'll have moments.
The character's got the gal's got to have a sharp wit that's, kind of like just makes fun of everything because she's so overwhelmed. So she uses humor to deflect her anxiety.
That's awesome. I use that too. Brittany says she loves it. Yes. Well, that's awesome. I think you and I were talking about this the other day. I think you like to plot out, right? And
yes, I'm a big plotter.
Yeah. I think Brittany is a plotter. So I'm writing something with Brittany too. So I'm writing with both of you, and you're just both going to have to put up with me. Because I semi-plot out. I know what I know the beats, and I know what I want to do. I know where I want to get. I do write little one-liners, but I'm not like a full-on outliner. It just, okay, let's start writing, see what comes out of me as I write that, that chapter, knowing where I want to get to.
Yeah, I think the contemporary romances, I think, are more like I have the big plot points and I let myself noodle between them. But this paranormal, it's a world building, and like I said, it's a
Mm.
trilogy. So I think it just I in fact I've got like actually like sticky notes. I've never done that before, and so I've got a wall with sticky notes up in my son's bedroom, who of course is at college. So I'm
Wow.
like, okay, my room now.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, yeah, and especially across 3 books for sure. I am trying to be more thoughtful, and I love hearing that you're doing, you're doing 3 books. And so you are really giving thought to the whole arc of everything, Not, so are yours going to be connected from book to book or interconnected within the same world?
They are going to be connected book to book. So it's probably like, kind of like what we were talking about as well. But so book one doesn't end exactly on a cliffhanger, but it's like, you could stop there, but you're totally knowing that, well, this was only the first, like the tip of the iceberg to the puzzle. They, like, I'm not sure which one, but I think it's the gal. She's gonna be like, hey, yay, I've solved the mystery. I'm going back to my own life. Goodbye. And he's like, yeah, no, that's only the tip of the iceberg. You have more work to do.
That sounds great. So you're going to carry over the same couple across all 3.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, especially because it's a why choose, and so I think
White?
the
Oh,
end
white
will be,
shoes.
yeah,
I thought you
that
said
how
white shoes. I'm going, white shoes? I never What do you mean,
our
white
age,
shoes?
Term,
Okay, yes, yes.
trying to be,
The
that,
new term.
but
Yes, yes.
yeah, so trying to also, like I said, I think eventually it might tame down to where she settles down more with the lead character at the end more. But there's definitely going to be that, like, do they ever become just that couple versus a kind of a poly sort of thing going on in the first couple? So we'll see. I don't know.
You're not going to give it away right now, what it ends up being.
And we're
That's
authors. We don't know
funny.
what's going to happen.
And you don't know where the characters are going to, once they start speaking to me, they start speaking, and there's
That's
no
right. You've got
stopping
to
them
let them
from that
have
point.
some of their life.
Yeah. And if they stop, I just jump in the car and go for a ride, and somehow they start back up again.
The sauna.
I
That's where I
do.
go.
I do every time I ride to pick up my child. Every
You
time
don't get in the car.
I ride to go pick up Vivian, I end up noodling and using my audio to record all my new ideas. Don't listen to my child.
I should do that. I've thought about, because I like to go to the sauna, but all my devices overheat.
Yeah. You can't do
So
that. You have
I'm like,
to
I need like
immediately get a
waterproof
notebook
paper.
out from your locker. Yes. Write everything
Yeah, I
down.
need to bring something in there. I'll just ignore the sweat marks.
Gwen says, I think some stories are easier to plot out, but others need discovery writing. Yes, 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 yes. But the hard thing is when I do a discovery writing, I'm like, okay, I've done like 1,000 words. Now I've got to turn it into a chapter because I can't stand just to let it go away. But anyway, okay, let's see. Brittany says, our readers say, I can't wait to see what happens. And we say, I would like that too. Yes, sounds familiar. Okay, we should get into our second 20. Let us do it. And we will see you guys on the flip side.
Bye,
Happy
everyone. See you
writing.
soon.
We are back. What did everyone do that round? What'd you do? Grace? Did you all right?
Yep, got 183 words in, so.
Oh, you are just writing away today. What did I do? I did some more promos. I actually listened in a little bit on that organizing thing with HEA. I did some Goodreads updating. Just a few things. So, not writing, but I will do that this next year. So, I'll get into my next update.
You're sprinting through your other items today.
I know, it's crazy. I'm giving a lot of thought to like this idea of the whole organizing my time better and stuff like that. So it's been interesting. It's pretty good. Some organizing everything. Let me put this other one in. Hold on. Brittany Bell, look at her, 3:57. Way to go. Oh my gosh.
Woohoo!
Y'all are awesome. Awesome.
Brittany,
awesome,
are you
awesome.
editing or are you writing? Because I know you've been editing a lot on the lunchtime sprints.
I know. What does she do? Those on Discord? Is that what she's doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've joined a couple, so like maybe 2 last week. I'm trying to make myself stop working at lunch and actually do some me things. So I've done it twice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea. Are they just check in and type, or are you actually on video or audio?
It's so through Discord, it's just a check-in. And so you join the sprint, like #join. And then at the end of it, you give them your word count, and then it tallies up for whoever's in the sprint. And it says, hey, the 3 people in the sprint wrote this many words.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then
I
there's,
will definitely have to.
and then like, yeah, typically like, a minute or 2, and then somebody's like, go again or whatever. So yeah. So I've gotten, like a couple 100 words out of every, 20 minutes. And I'm like, that's more words than I had before.
I have to apologize to the 6 a.m. group that we had been going really good. And we tried through the summer. I think all of us, between vacations and kids being off and all that, we kind of got to the point where we stopped doing 6 a.m. Clubhouse. But now they've tried to get it back a little bit. And I've been just dragging my heels, still staying up late because I'm so busy doing other stuff. And I don't know, when I get into like the final ending of getting a book out, it's like, I don't want to be interrupted. Like I'm just in my own head, my own space. I'm trying to get everything done. And it's hard to also, share much in a group kind of a setting and talk and stuff like that. So it's just kind of funny for me that way. But writing Summer WTKS, she is ahead on the ball. Oh my
gosh, Brittany.
I know. I already know what I want to write. Like it's there, but yeah, I have to get through this one first. Oh my gosh. But Grace, you probably could do that next, right? What are you going to do after you do this
She'll be like I was with, she'll be like me with the Santa. Because I've been done since what? Yeah. February or so, so yeah. So she'll be like, I don't have to worry about this, guys.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. So what are you working on next, Grace, after you finish your vampire?
I think, probably I'll split it between working with you on the Billionaire Mrs. CEO, because those may have a link. We never know. And then, like I said, starting to noodle on the summer series. I said, I've got, I laid out the characters at the end of Santa, of course. So that way it spills into the next one. So I need to work on that. So I've got 3 projects: Vampire, our Dark Billionaire, and Santa for sure. Or summer Santa.
I know. And what's so interesting about that? The first round of the multi-author project for 9 books, I had to go into Amazon and request that they help me create that series, because when you're doing a series on your own, you can do it on your own. But when you're doing multi-author, you have to have Amazon set it up, which is, I get it. It's kind of ridiculous, but I get why they probably have to do that. So now we're trying to add on 9 more books. I've got my 10th one up because I have to put it in my book, my back matter. And it's been a real rigmarole trying to get them to add a 10th book on to our already 9 book series. And I don't know if it's the covers throwing them off. Like, our original 9 covers were so Santa focused, and then I got a blue coming soon, I don't know what it is, but they're just, Supposedly the guy fixed it. It takes up to 5 days. This would be the fifth day. It's still not on there. So I don't know. If for some reason I can't, and I'll go another round with them and try and get them to add it in. If for some reason I can't, we could do like Welcome to Kissing Spring Summer or something, or Kissing Spring Summer. I don't know. As a whole new series. I'm just not quite sure. I'd rather have it all once. Everyone can just find it and it's kind of cool and long. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
What's your summer title again?
Mine is what are we doing for summer? What are we doing for summer? What's this S word? What is it? Summer. No, what is it?
Sunshine.
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 Yeah.
And,
Sunshine and Secrets is mine. Yeah. Yeah.
I need to really decide to buckle down on what my title is, because there's a couple that I'm kind of like, oh, I like that one. Oh, I like that one. And so I'm like, I need to,
I know.
because once you select the title, that's it. I went
That's it.
back and forth on my paranormal. I was on one title, and then at the last minute I shifted to another one. So
Yeah. Yeah. Look, Jocelyn loves vampires, so
yay!
I think you're gonna do awesome with it. How fun. Oh, Brittany is Sunshine and Sidelines. I love it. Love it.
Ooh,
It's gonna be
that's
so
awesome,
funny.
Brittany.
We're like,
It's gonna be sports, right?
yeah, she does sports themed.
Yeah,
I
so
think
more
that's cool.
sports.
It's kind of cool. We each got to do like our typical themes, but in this different world. Titles are hard, Glenn. So our first round are like SS. We're all Santa, is similar. We're S words. Our second round is also SS, Sunshine and S words. But our third round is not going to be. We're doing a third round for fall, so it will be fun. Let's see. Keegan's ready to roll on the covers. Oh, nice. Oh, I think that's her son. That's your son, right,
Yeah.
Brittany? Yeah. I know. I
Hey,
have
Brittany,
to get things together for that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll text you, Brittany, but I might want to look at him for one of my other covers just to see what he can do. So I'll reach out.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll send Brittany like the background and the font and the coloring that I had come up with and stuff like that, and how we're doing keeping the author names consistent across. And then like we need to get everybody's like guys kind of going, and stuff. I mean, we're not cover revealing till March, but yeah, I'll talk to Brittany offline about some of that stuff too. Anyway, it'll be fun. Or each of us, as long as we have like, I know some of us like to do our own covers and stuff like that. I think even if we have like a basic Canva file that has the template of the background, the font, all of that, and then you simply drop in your guy, position him, change your title. I mean, I think that could be super helpful as well. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, should we head into our final sprinty? Let's do it. Okay, everyone. I'm really writing
Bye.
this one.
See you soon.
Talk to you in 20. See that going again. We are back. So, how did that go before I launch into something that I just realized? I ended up writing about 282 words, so that was good for now.
Ah,
How about
you
you?
finally
How'd you
got
end up
into the
doing?
writing.
Yes, yes, unfortunately. No, it's all going
Uh,
good.
I didn't get too far. My daughter came home, so there was some opportunity with the family there. But yeah,
Yeah.
I got probably 100 words or so.
Oh, good. Well, you
Take
did
it.
good for the day. Yes, yes, you did really good. How'd
I'm
everyone
gonna
else
keep going.
do? Yes. Oh, good, good, good. Um,
Uh-oh. Looks like Jocelyn had to duck out too with a food request.
nourishment. How funny. No, I just realized. So, Single Santa comes out October 25th. I'm going to be in Seattle from the 18th to the 22nd. So, I think probably Single Santa deadline to upload is probably like the 22nd or 21st. I have
Hmm.
never uploaded the final file like
Early.
days in advance. Yes. So this
You
will
might need
have to
to
be
this
a
time.
first. Yes, because I don't know. I don't know what kind of Wi-Fi we're having wherever we are. But yes, it's going to be a little bit of throw up in my mouth at the moment thinking about it.
You just lost a week of your writing path, or 4 or 5 days of
I
your
lost like 4 or 5 days
craft.
just finagle a file one last time. Holy crap. Oh well,
Have
it's
a
all
dash of
good.
panic.
Now I have an earlier deadline. But I mean, it is going to editing next week. I mean, things are semi on track. So
Ooh.
I'm feeling okay about it. And I don't want to panic anyone else in the nine author group or anything. There will be a book. Trust me. I know it's terrible.
You are a miracle worker, if nothing else.
Well,
I
it'll be
trust.
very
I
interesting working with you and Brittany over the next year, co-writing some stuff because it's like,
yeah.
you know, I know Gwen Hunter and 372 for Brittany, by the way. Good job.
Mhm.
Gwen Hunter, really, I've got my release on the 30th, all uploaded and ready to go. I know. My gosh, you
There's the early
guys
bird.
are just, yeah, y'all are amazing.
I typically upload, not usually a couple of days ahead, but not like weeks ahead, like Miss Gwen here. I think usually I'm like, if it's due on, 3 days ahead of time, I'm usually like 5 or 6 days ahead of time uploading.
Yeah. And I set my date. I'm like, okay, it is due like, a week before that date. But I don't know, there's always something that's like, no, it's not really due. It's not really due. That's just a pretend date. I can keep working on it. I can keep
That's
adding
like setting your alarm
chapters.
clock
Yeah.
15 minutes ahead of time that if you actually have to get up. You're like, I don't really have to get up yet.
Yes.
I know when
Yes.
I really have to get up.
I have 3 alarms. I told my son the other day, you've got to have 3 alarms, like 7, 7:15, and 7:30. And that is, 7:30 is your track deadline. Let's see. Brittany Bell. I've only written 1,400 words of my nanny book that releases 11:15. Oh my gosh. How many words do you have to have? Like 5, 6? Or is it a full book, like 20? I know her nanny
I want,
series.
yeah, like more like a 15,000, I think, if I
Yeah.
remember right. It's like, a short read, but
Yeah.
not 5,000, I don't think.
That nanny
I think
series looks
if I
really
remember right,
cool.
that's the one she's had trouble with. Yeah, it's been an anthology that she's kind of picked up some of the slack.
Yeah, she's had to take over leading it, which is a shame.
Mhm.
They look really good. I haven't I mean, just the covers and the topics of them look really good. I haven't dove into it.
Yes.
Ooh, 30. Eek, Brittany.
Whoop.
Well, let us all know if you need help. And maybe, it'd be fun someday, although we would all have different voices, but it'd be fun someday to like do a round robin. Wasn't there like a multi-author group last year that did like each person wrote a chapter or something like that? I know there's another one I recently saw. It's an anthology where everyone's given the same first sentence and then you write your own
I've seen
story
that.
after that. Yeah. Those are all kind of cute ways to do
Well, it's
stuff.
kind of like that idea that I had of like is the same, like every story is, and I mean Kissing Springs, every story takes place in the same setting. So
Mhm, mhm.
yeah, the one that you were thinking was the one about covered in like something covered in sparkles or glitter or something. I
I
don't
think
remember.
it
It was something like
was. Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
there's an opening line with that. It's
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
holiday with something covered in like a vomit of glitter or something.
It's interesting how we all have different ideas. And then Kanika and I had an idea because in my book, there's the Nashville Nights mail review comes into play. And so Kanika and I were noodling on doing a little side shoot
Spin-off.
story about that. And yeah, I'm trying to, I don't know, different ways to integrate fun as you're working together.
Pretty cool. Reader magnet. I mean, that seems
Mhm.
like a natural kind of tie-in, like
Yeah,
because
yeah,
the Nashville Nights lead into
yeah.
the Derby Nights.
And I know why I brought that up. You're probably like, well, that's a random thing to talk about. Because actually there are no new ideas. Like I suddenly then last night saw somebody has out Vegas Nights. And it's same kind of concept. It's kind of a stripper thing, and the covers are cool, and they have neon Vegas Nights, in the middle of the guy's belly. And I'm like, Kanika, our idea was not original after all to do Nashville Nights, but that's okay. Everybody has their own spin. All right. Anyway, I'm off. I got to go do some writing. I think the football games are starting in a couple hours, so it'll be mega amounts of yelling coming my way, but they'll be occupied so I can write some more. You have any fun plans today? What's everyone doing this weekend?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go run some errands in a little bit, and then my daughter's taken up. She's taken up my housekeeping to earn some extra money because she's so busy she can't hold a real job. So she's actually been doing pretty good with that. So that's freed up my weekend, so I don't have to worry about housekeeping as much.
Housekeeping for you or for others?
For me,
For you.
so
Oh, okay.
laundry and vacuuming and
Nice.
restrooms. So yeah, I'm down with that. I was like, that's worth $30 a week for me for sure. And she's happy to have the money
Yeah.
for 2 hours of work.
How funny. Oh my gosh. I know I have a friend who has daughters, and every time I walk in her home, like it's just cleaning. They just clean. Like she's taught them this is what we do. We clean. Like, dang.
I'm like one person against a tide. My
I
son's
feel
probably
you.
the neatest of us, and of course he's at college. But my husband is a pack rat and a clutter bug and every other type of saying you could think. And my daughter's not great, but like I said, now that I'm paying her, she's much better.
How funny. That's cool. And Jocelyn's making cowboy cookies. I don't know what those are. Is that like you throw
Yes.
everything into a kind of cookie?
I've seen a bunch of different options for cowboy cookies, but the place that the bakery they have like coconut and pecans and yeah, just like oatmeal and it's kind of like an amalgamation. Sometimes they can have chocolate in them. Oh, pecans with almonds. Yeah, it's got
Almonds.
nuts in them.
Nice. Nice, nice. Well, have fun, Jocelyn. Don't eat them all. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that ends our time. How's that sound? We're all good? It was fun to chat with you today.
Yeah, thank you guys so much, and thanks for the invite. I'm happy to
Cool.
stand in for Allie.
Yes, a little shake up in the routine.
Yeah, and thanks everybody, and good writing for the weekend.
Yep. We'll catch y'all. Allie will be back on Tuesday. See y'all. Thanks for being here. Okay,
Bye
bye.
everyone.